Us through President Tinubu's appointment of service chiefs and the Inspector General of Police is a security consultant, Group Captain Shehu Sadiq, retired. He joins us live via Zoom from Geneva. Good to have you join us. So Nigerians are now expecting that the service chiefs will get to work immediately. So what for you are the gaps and lapses in security management in the country? And what should the new service chiefs improve on?
Sorry, please, I didn't get your question, madam.
I was saying that I was asking you what you have observed to be the gaps and lapses in security management in the country, and what you think that the new service chiefs should improve on.
Thank you very much. First, I congratulate Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief for making a very good choice for the service chiefs, for the CDS and service chiefs positions. I do not say this lightly. Nigeria has many generals, and an incoming president first have to decide from which seniority bracket he wants to pick his chief. Out of all the many generals that are available, generals are of different qualities, of different grades, even within military officers. So for somebody who people are seeing with purely civilian background, like the current president and commander-in-chief, it was expected that in choosing a service chief, he might be swayed by other extraneous factors apart from quality. But for any officer serving or retired who is within the generation, because it's a generational thing, of these service chiefs, which were picked from the 38 regular course and 39 regular course, and who knows the members of that course will agree on one thing, that if that is the bracket you are picking your service chiefs, then probably Mr. President has picked, if not the best, among the best in their peer group. I say this not without any equivocation. My seniority, relative seniority in the armed forces has placed me in a position to know these particular officers up close and personal. In as much as they can talk about me, I think me too, as they are my subordinates, I can be able to talk about them by virtue of professional interaction, whether in training, whether in operations, whether even after I have retired. So that needs to be said. And such a choice does not come easy. It must have come with digging into the background, into past records of performances before these choices were made. And I don't know who Mr. President consulted, but I must again congratulate him for whoever gave him the advice, really knows the crop of officers within the rank bracket. And for them that have been appointed, I don't want to say congratulations. Like
and Group Captain, I was hoping you would tell us what you wanted them to improve on. But let's move on to other questions. There have been allegations on how some military personnel are complicit in the fight against terrorism and banditry. How can the military purge itself of these allegations and also begin to weed out suspected criminal elements?
Thank you very much. Yes, still on the question of how the service chiefs, what I want them to do is to be themselves. By past records and performances, they are good picks. If they fail, they only fail their rating within the armed forces. Having said that, the appointment of service chiefs is only one of major steps in addressing security. IT people talk about back end, front end. I think what we are saying now is the front end. That is the appointment of the service chiefs. There are other actors, there are other processes that will ensure the service chiefs improve or bring changes to the fortune of Nigeria as far as security is concerned. When people talk about security architecture, there is tendency to only look at soldiers and policemen or intelligence officers. But behind them, there are structures that are put there to administer them, to supervise them, to equip them, to finance them. So the issue of how the service chiefs performed is a function of not only their quality and training, but the quality of other actors in the security architecture. Mr. President, in the executive branch, the person he's going to appoint as Minister of Defense is very important. The quality of our legislators who do oversight duties, who and who, Mr. Who or Mrs. Who is in the Committee for Defense, Committee for Army, Committee for Air Force, Committee for Navy. All these things are issues that will reflect on the performance or lack of performance of these service chiefs. So I want us to see this only as one bit of the jigsaw. Appointment, selection, very fine. But then we have to look at this, but from the president himself, he has to be a hands-on. I don't need to remind him. He looks like a hands-on president. But like I always said in other forums, the job of supervising the military should be left to a minister who is fully hands-on. So a quality minister of defense is very, very important. We have this tendency of the president cocooning the military to himself. What does happen is that when that happens, what you find is that the president is overwhelmed, because when you are president, your table is full. You are president for agriculture, president for defense, president for police, president for foreign affairs. So keeping the military close to you and not allowing the Minister of Defense to really exercise control over the armed forces is not going to work. What you have in the default is that neither the president is supervising the military, nor the Minister of Defense, nor the National Assembly. So what I am saying is that the president has made a good pick in services. He must equally make a quality pick for Minister of Defense.
And we're expecting those nominations.
Empowerment is giving him the power to deal with the military.
And we're expecting that list anytime soon. The president is out of the country. That's the next step Nigerians are expecting him to take. But thank you so much for talking to us. Security consultant, Group Captain Shehu Sadiq.
Thank you very much.